older, mature, wiser, and married. I gave y'all young, immature, naive, and married. And I was older, mature, wiser, and married. Let's get it, players, for my grown couples. This is for my grown couples. I'm about to lay it down. Number one, dividing chores. Dividing household chores and responsibilities makes everyone's job inside the house easier. It doesn't have to be a 50-50 split right down the middle, but just so one isn't shouldering most of the load more than the other one. If one feels like they're handling most of the load, it can build resentment, which can play a part in attitudes, behaviors, and in the romantic department. And yes, it can, because if you got a man feeling like he's doing more than his woman, he's gonna not gonna be so in the mood to want to have sex when she asks for it. If he feeling like, well, I gotta do everything around here, especially when it comes to the female. If she's feeling like she gotta do everything and her man is doing less, she's not gonna be so in the mood to want to have sex. So it can play a part and effect in the romantic department, for it's like getting sexual. You see what I'm saying? So that can play a part. It can build resentment and build a lot of tension to where you want to get physical. You won't be so into it. So that's why I said dividing chores. When you got one partner that can take the load and the pressure off the other one, see, that right there is intimacy at its best. You see what I'm saying? That's how you maintain an intimacy also. See, you see your partner got a lot of pressure added on them, but you can just remove that pressure off of them by taking some of the load off of them. Just like the man. The woman can do the same for him. See, that's intimacy, man. Intimate made I see. Maintaining intimacy. But if one feels like they're doing more than the other, it's going to play a part in the romantic department. Most definitely players. Number two, not just letting affection be displayed and getting romantic. Check this, players. Physical affection outside the bedroom. Discussing each other's wants, needs, and desires. When you're mature and older, you can do that. You have experiences, you can do that. By doing like massages, kissing, hugging, flirting, kisses on the neck, compliments, constructive criticism. That's how you maintain intimacy. Maintaining physical attractions. This maintains a high level of intimacy. I want to say something right quick. While we talking about intimacy, I didn't watch that show, Marriage Boot Camp, but that lady, Tahiri, I want to talk about her and Vital right quick. Just right quick, players, right quick. I don't know who said what, but I watched a little bit, like a little snippet of it on my phone, and she told Vital that he was the brokest guy that she ever been with, right? But see, that ain't how you see. I can tell that Tahiri never respected a man. She always had guys that just meet her on the more physical level. They never took her beyond the physical intimacy. It always been physical with her, never emotional or mentally. Because see, when you really love your partner, now even though I know they doing it for the check, but I know that when you really love your partner and you got their best interests at heart, you will never embarrass them and make them feel small out in public. You see what I'm saying? So when she told Vado that let me know right then she don't have no good tangibles about herself, good intangibles about herself, my bad, and good qualities about herself. So that's why she always been single. But check this though. The very best criticism a woman can give her man is constructive criticism, not destructive criticism. Now check me out, players. I ain't gonna be long. It's gonna be a part 2 of this, but check me out. The very best criticism a woman can give her man is constructive criticism, not destructive criticism. That's maintaining a high level of intimacy. But since Tahiri has never experienced being intimate with a real man, she uses her negativity to destroy him mentally instead, to make herself look good and make him look small so she looks big. A woman that tries to destroy her man verbally is cancerous, and will also seek out to destroy him mentally and emotionally as well as physically. She has the physical attractions, that's her tangibles, but no good intangibles and good qualities about herself. So when she did that, I automatically knew that this woman has never experienced real true intimacy, man. Never, man. She always been made love through the physical. And then this also shows too, like, if she was 21 years old, players, I would see her talking to a man like that. I would say, well, she's never made love to a man mentally. See, because when a woman gives a man constructive criticism, that's his Viagra mentally. That's his mental Viagra. See, he gets a mental erection as well as a physical erection. But when you destroy him in public like that, man, all you doing is just, why you want to tear your man down and not build him up? But even though I know she's doing it for the bag, but I'm saying, why would you destroy your man out in public? You want to build your man up, not tear your man down. That's how you maintain intimacy. But you also maintain love for your partner. I'm talking about for the man too. Never destroy your partner, man, like that. Always constructive criticism, players. Never destructive, man. For your woman, man. That shows that not only, like I say, that's out of course foreplay sex, but it also shows that no matter what, she still got your back, no matter what. See, she could have flipped that and said it totally different, like, hey, Vado might not have the finances the way I want him to, but we can get that together. You know, we can both get our finances together, and we can come up together financially. Or he can do it by himself. You know, he don't need me, but we can come up together. You know what I'm saying? We work together. We can do it together. But what he has as a man, that's his wealth. Him as a man is his wealth. And he spoils me just by being the man he is. You see what I'm saying? She could have flipped that and gave him his mental Viagra, man, and gave him a mental erection as well as a physical erection. But see, a woman has to know how to make love to a man mentally, not just physically, man. But I said she has to have good intangibles and good qualities about herself. See, and Tahiri doesn't have it. That's a show on Marriage Boot Camp for the ones that don't know. It's on Marriage Boot Camp. But I just seen a snippet. And I want to, hit on it one time. I'm not gonna be long-winded on it, but I just want to hit on it since it's still, fresh. But number 3, players. But it just shows you that why she's been alone for so long. See, she has the tangible, the physical attractions, but she don't have those good intangibles. See, she knows how to look sexy, but not how to be sexy. See what I'm saying? How to make love to a man mentally, man. But anyway, number 3, splitting up, care for the kids. You got diaper changes, baths, feeding, putting the kids to sleep, kids discipline together, homework, parent and teacher conferences, sports events, their responsibilities, dishes, bedroom, helping in the yard, living room, clean the car. Man, it's a lot, man. Splitting up, care for the kids, and man, that's the household period, players. Now, a lot of couples don't look at that as just how to maintain, but it does play a part, man. And just like, it shows togetherness. When you could, like I say, it's 50-50 split. It might not be 50-50 down the middle, but man, when you can divide those chores up, it does maintain the intimacy, man. It really does, man. Because like I say, one don't feel like they're doing more than the other. But check this out. Number 4, saves, the other spends. You're always going to have one partner to save and the other one be a spender. You have one that saves and one is a spender. But the we mentality, bills, mortgage, car insurances, house maintenance, comes to making big purchases. Be mindful and consult your partner. It's about savings and trust fund for the financial security and money for your kids, the kids, so they'll have an easy transition into adulthood. Now, when you mature, older and wiser, you can do that because now it's not just about us. We have kids also, so we got to be able to save for the kids and have a better future for them. So when they transition into adulthood, they have a better life. That's what I do now. So I'm saying to my child, I want her to just start off on a good foot, not like I did. You know what I'm saying? Without nothing. You see what I'm saying? But now if I can have just a little money saved, and then with her working too, see, she can start off when she transition and get out of high school, she have a better future. So just like a married couple, when they save up and look out for their kids when they get older, have an easy transition into adulthood. An easy transition, not a hard transition like most of us, see. Because most of us weren't born with a silver spoon. But now that you wasn't born with a silver spoon, you can look out for your child now, see. Now y'all work together, save up, and there you go. Now your kid can just slide in real easy, see, when he graduate or she graduate. Number 5, sex won't be the same like when y'all were first dating. Yeah, it's true now. But like I say, the intimacy, like I say, maintain the dopamine. But first meeting each other, the lust and physical tension was heavy, hot and heavy. But living together, don't always expect your partner to be in the mood when you're in the mood. This is where the respect and discipline comes into play, and that is true. And the reason why I say that is because let's say this now. Let's say the man was in the mood, but the woman wasn't. The fact that he respected her and he didn't just force himself on her and he said, you know what, okay, you in the mood, okay, let me just chill. We'll watch a movie or whatever like that. See what I'm saying? You're not just forcing yourself on her. That shows respect. Same way as the woman. Or she can be in the mood to want something. But if her man wasn't in the mood, and the fact that she can respect that and not just still try to get on top of him and kiss all on him, and he said, no, hey baby, I ain't in the mood right now. You know what I'm saying? Not tonight. Let's just, let's wait. And then she just watch TV with him. That's how you maintain intimacy, man, is respecting your partner when they're not in the mood. Because like I say, it's not going to be like when y'all first started dating, man. It's not going to be hot and heavy. You see what I'm saying? The lust then wore down. But what maintains the lust and the physical attractions And the dopamine is, like I say, intimacy, man. Into my mate I see? Because you can't just, you're not going to maintain that spark for so long, man. When you when you've been together 5, 10, 15 years, you can't maintain that hot and heavy. See, when you first started off, you had to restrain yourself from ripping your partner's clothes off. Now, when you've been seeing her, like when you a man and you've been seeing your woman for, like, you got access to it physically all the time, that can wear off, man. You just jumping on her every time you see her get out the shower, every time she walk around the house, or whatever, like comfortable clothes on, or half naked or whatever. So you're gonna wear it down, man. But the fact that you, like I say, maintain the intimacy and, like I say, respecting your partner when she's not ready, when you ready and you want something but she ain't want none, hey, that shows respect. Later on down the road also. See what I'm saying? She'll appreciate that. Same as a man. If he ain't in the mood and his woman respecting him, hey, that goes a long way in a relationship, man. See what I'm saying? If you ain't just forcing me, you ain't getting mad, okay. You just gonna sit back and watch TV with me and just, you know what I'm saying, respect me. So hey, that goes a long way, man. Just respecting your partner when they're not in the mood, that goes a long way, man. Like I said, that maintains the intimacy, players. And when you grown as a man, you should have mastered yourself by then. That's why I say the grown, mature, and wiser. See, you should have mastered yourself before then. That way you have that self-control and that sexual control. But check it out though, number 6, players. Learn, study, and understand your partner's mind and body and sensibilities, and not just assume you know what your partner wants in the bedroom. Bring to attention and ask, not assume. I always say that. Bring to attention, ask, not assume. Those same hot, passionate sex sessions and quickies y'all enjoyed earlier in the relationship won't be what she will be into a few years down the line. It won't. It'll change up, by year. Each partner's wants, needs, desires, and expectation needs to be discussed earlier on in the marriage to make sure both are on one accord and getting their needs met. Now, when you're older, you mature, wiser, you can do that. You can discuss your wants, needs, desires, and intentions on what you really want now. See what I mean? See what I mean by how you're older, you mature, wiser, and you're married. Now, you can handle that now. Hey, let's have a talk now. See what I'm saying? We got to do this to maintain the intimacy, maintain the love, maintain our togetherness. You see what I'm saying? And instead of just building, you see what I mean, respecting each other, but you discussing that early on in the marriage to make sure both are on one accord and getting their needs met. And you gotta be totally honest about that. And when you've been together for a while, you can be honest with your partner, man, and not hold nothing back. But let's continue. So, like I say, get your needs met by being on one accord, players, because it does change every year. She might didn't like that same stuff she liked last year, or he might didn't like that last year. Nah, it'll change. He wants something new. So it does change by the year. So players, discuss that. Number 7. Part of maturity is taking responsibility for everything. Marriage came about from having a high level of love for your partner, but not to be taken care of. It's not just about leaning on your partner for support, but not making them responsible for everything, like planning, scheduling, cooking, cleaning, handling all the major responsibilities in and outside the household. Also taking ownership of bad mistakes, misjudgments, faults, and bad behavior. This shows respect for each other, and you value y'all's united front, which is super important. United front, which is super important out there in public. You got to maintain a united front, and in private also. I'll just say that also, players. Hey, man. You can't depend on them all the time, players. You got to take, like I say, take your slack. She got to take her slack. See what I'm saying? This is a mature couple, not the immature couples, players. They can handle it now. You know what you got to handle. She know what she got to handle. Togetherness, closeness, maintaining the intimacy. Number 8, players. Comfortability creates complacency. Say it again. Comfortability creates complacency, which can create contempt. And that routine creates contempt. Routine creates contempt. But living together for a very long time can make partners too comfortable. Yes, indeed. Leaving dirty clothes around the house, not picking up behind yourself, taking showers, baths, and leave the bathroom a mess, having the sink, toilet seat dirty, trash not taken out, dishes in the sink. Don't be surprised if this builds contempt from your partner. See, here we go again. And I'll just say this. How you maintain intimacy again. See, when you see that, you let your partner know, hey, baby, can you get your clothes? Don't leave your clothes in the bathroom. Don't leave your hair in the sink. And then the woman too. She see your working boots in the living room. Hey, babe, You keep leaving your boots in the living room. Take them in the room with you. Like, I know we aren't kids when you at an older age, but at least you can tell your partner, hey, pick up behind yourself. Clean up behind yourself. But though, if they continue to do it, make a point to tell them. You know what I'm saying? Tell them. But you know what I'm saying? It can get to a point where, like I say, it can build up contempt, man. That's why I'm saying you're looking after after each other, man. That maintains intimacy, man. I'm telling you, but you don't want to feel like a child. Players, your woman got to keep picking up behind you. Don't, man. That's what keeps her nagging. She got to keep picking up behind you, same way as the man with the woman, man. You feel like her daddy now. Hey, I shouldn't have to tell you to do this. I shouldn't have to tell you to do that. Now y'all knocking out the dishes that's left in the sink. One of y'all doing it. She see it. She do it. The man see it. He do it. See what I'm saying? Hair in the sink. Hey, baby, your hair in the sink again. Now, come on now. When you see it, clean it out. You know what I'm saying? The toilet seat dirty. You see it dirty, knock it out right quick. See? That maintains the intimacy, man. Number 9. You don't want to feel like a child in your own house, man, by being nagged all the time, players. She had to keep telling you that. You see what I'm saying? Just do it, man. Both of the partners working together. Togetherness, man. 9. Making major surprise plans without including your partner. It's not just about the surprise spending that can cause trouble in the household. It's just learning about last-minute planned surprise trips and planned public events. Surprise parties may seem thoughtful and romantic, but to you, that's to you now, but it still doesn't take into account your partner's work schedule and feelings, players. And I'll just say that. Now, when you're trying to plan things around to surprise stuff, and I'll just say this, players. A shortcut into a woman's closeness is surprises. A shortcut into a woman's closeness, your wife or your serious or committed partner, a shortcut into her closeness is surprises, but you got to take into consideration about her schedule and her feelings, man. So you can't just say, well, I'll plan this. Now, I know you're trying to be romantic, and like I say, that is cool, but you want to take out time to see, is her schedule clear, and how does she feel? Because, like I say, if she has to work that time you planning around, it ain't going to go well. You know what I'm saying? She might get out work, and then you surprise her. Okay, she ain't in the mood to feel surprised. Now she mad at it, you see what I'm saying? And then, too, you got to take into account her feelings. Now, see how she going to feel a couple weeks before you get ready to plan something. Then that way she'll be in the mood to be, what, surprised. You see what I'm saying? And that's a shortcut into her closeness is surprises. So play her. Just like I say, be on one accord. Ask her, is her schedule clear for the time you want to plan something, and see how she feels. Don't just automatically assume she's going to feel good, and it be, like I say, her schedule going to work into that. It might don't. She might can't take off then. She might get out of work and be tired then. Same way as the woman. She got to do you the same way, players. You know what I'm saying? If you married and y'all in a serious relationship, cohabitating, she can't just plan something without you, like I say, clean your schedule, and you might don't feel up to it neither about those surprises like that. You see what I'm saying? So you got to, like I say, see the schedule clear, man, and see how she feeling. Those are the 2 main parts. See is her schedule clear, and see how she's going to be feeling. So at least wait like 2 weeks to see before you plan something. See what I'm saying? 2 weeks ahead. And just see. You know what I'm saying? I know their feelings are inconsistent every day. Their feelings are inconsistent, man. It's like, their feelings are like the hands on the clock. You see what I'm saying? 1 second they this minute. 1 minute they this way. 1 hour they this way. It's like the hands on the clock, man. That's how these feelings are. You know, it change every second, every minute, every hour. So you got to constantly, man, just be planning. Don't just assume that she going to have this free and her feelings are going to be the same way yours are. So like I say, just plan it right, players. Plan it right. That's all. Number 10. Stick to the fundamentals. I always tell my married players that, man. Marriage provides consistency and comfort, but still stick to those things you were used to doing in the beginning. In the beginning, players, stick to the fundamentals, players. Planning outings and keeping up the maintenance, player. You gotta do that, man. I always tell my married players that, man. Stick to the fundamentals, man. Whatever y'all did at the beginning, man, bring that back now. Don't just stop doing it. Because like I say, man, y'all done got comfortable now. Y'all living together now. Y'all, just like I say, y'all don't really be in the mood for a lot. But, hey, man, bring that back, man. Bring all that stuff back like when y'all just first met. I know it's hard. But what, you know what I got for that? Intimacy. You know what I got? That's how you maintain the dopamine. Intimacy, man. I'm telling you, man. Into my mate, I see, man. Once y'all can, and that's all it is doing. That's how you maintain the dopamine. Is intimacy, man. So go back to the fundamentals, player, because complacency, man, when you're comfortable, man, when you get in a routine, it does get boring, man. You got to keep it exciting, man, and interesting, players. You got to. So, but just like at the beginning, Go back to the fundamentals, player. What y'all used to do at the beginning, man. Going out, planning things, cooking together, man. Tantric sex, like I said a while back, player. Set that mood up every 4 or 5 months, man. Surprises, man, is a shortcut into her closeness, player. Do that tantric sex every 4 months, man. Live it up like that, players. I'm telling you, man. The routine, it gets real boring, players. Number 11, especially for a woman, because like I say, they get bored quick, players. Number 11, married but still have lives outside of it, even though it's 24/7 living together, working, paying bills, chores, important responsibilities, filling out taxes, kids. Doesn't mean your partner's individual life and commitments have to be stopped. It's important that partners still maintain social lives and happiness trios. Still hanging with friends or homies. Self-care. You got to take care of self, players. You got to get in that gym, work out. She got to get in that gym. She got to keep her nails and stuff did. Hands and her feet. You know what I'm saying? Her hair at the gym. You at the gym. Hey, she is your reflection, player. So when you go to the gym, she at the gym. You keeping your groom up, your hair cut, player. You in good physical shape, player. Your appearance looking good. You well grown. Hey, she gonna do the same thing. But y'all gotta have that happiness trio outside of y'all, player. So you still hanging with your homies. She still hanging with her friends from college, high school. Self care. You taking care of yourself, getting your hair cut, staying well groomed with your appearance. She doing the same with her. And then hobbies. You got to have hobbies, players. Not just your job. Hobbies outside of that. See, that's that 3 happiness trio. You see what I'm saying? That's that 3 happiness trio, players. Hanging with your homies, self care, and having hobbies. But that's, like I say, that's both of y'all. Number 12, including your partner into your plans. Totally leaving out your partner when you make individual plans. It's a good thing to create some space and get a break for some personal time, but it's cool every now and then, just to ask if she wants to attend certain social events, players. Certain social events, like I say, you want to have that me time with the homies also, and too, a man got to be alone with his own thoughts and ideas as well now. So don't forget that, players. Just like you want to keep with your homies, a man got to spend time with his thoughts and ideas as well. But you also got to make time for your partner. Now, this is a marriage, togetherness now, closeness now. You see what I mean? So you got to be like, okay, I didn't spend time with the homies by myself. Let me see, does she want to go to this? Just ask. She might say no. Then you let's say you go with yourself or go with your partners. But just ask. Same way as a woman. She always want to go with her friends, you know what I'm saying, and be to herself. But still, you got to say, hey, let me ask him, do he want to go to this? You see what I'm saying? So you always got to just add him in, play. You can't just be by yourself. Because like I say, this is a marriage now. Full-time responsibility now. So it ain't like you're single. You see, you can't move around like you're single with that single mindset, like that solo mindset. You got to say, okay, let me see, does she want to go here sometime? You see what I'm saying? So that's why I just said that. 13, prioritizing work over the relationship or the marriage. Work is very important, but try to leave work at work and leave the stresses of it at the driveway. At the driveway. Work is important, but try to leave work at work. At work. And leave the stresses of it at the driveway. But if you want to keep your relationship on a stable ground, then your partner's time and your intention to spend time with each other can be prioritized too, players. Leave at work, and the stresses at the driveway, player. And then, like I say, if you want to keep your relationship on stable ground, then your partner's time and your intentions to spend the time with each other can be prioritized too, players. Hey, I get a lot of couples say, man, ooh, he be coming in here, man, like he ready to fight me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, players, I tell him, man, tell him to leave that at work. Then the same thing for my homies. Man, she be coming in here, man, throwing stuff, man, closing the kitchen cabinets all hard. Hey, player, I said, tell her to leave that at work, and the stresses at the driveway. Soon as you unlocking that key in that door, leave that stresses at work at the driveway. But though, you can't come in the house and talk it out. Talk it out now. Know what I'm saying? Talk it out. Explain your anger. Don't express it. Explain your anger to find solutions. Don't express it so you can cause more problems. Players, I tell them that. Man, express. Don't express your anger, because you just bring on more problems, man, and more disagreements, more arguments. But explain your anger, and that open up doors to what? Solutions. See what I mean? Explain your anger for solutions, players. Don't express it. And this is gonna be part 1, players. I keep it at this, and we'll do a part 2. Yeah, we'll do a part 2, players. Let me see. 25. No, let's go ahead. 14, players. Emotional infidelity is close to physical cheating. Just because you're not actually physically sleeping with someone else doesn't mean you're being entirely faithful to your partner. It's normal to maintain relationship with people. That is normal. That is normal. That's normal now. It's normal to maintain relationship with people you once cared about before you got married. But if your relationship with that certain someone is overly flirtatious, okay, you're saying and doing things with him, that you wouldn't know for a fact your husband wouldn't approve of. That your husband wouldn't approve of. And for you players, that your wife wouldn't approve of. And confide in them most times instead of with your man. That's a danger zone. That's a danger zone. Her taking my problems to another man, to me, that's cheating. Man, I don't need another man to solve my problems. That made me look small. You know what I'm saying? Players, can you dig that? That's just like opening your legs to another man, in my opinion. You taking our problems to that man for him to solve my problems? That's just like opening your legs to him, man. To me now, in my opinion, that's how I feel to me now, because I'm a master at problem solving. And to take it to him make me feel small, like I can't handle my business under my roof or in my relationship. So that rubbed me the wrong way right there, players. But check this out. Let's go to 15. We got time. Friends have a negative influence on her. This can cause problems in a relationship or marriage. All it takes is a little bit of negative influence to affect her behavior, and the flow of y'all's relationship will too, player. Getting her to go against certain boundaries that have been set, especially when she's mad, and taking private issues out the house and putting them into the streets. See. Make sure the bonds and mindsets are strong, because only the strong survive. Friends really are. If her friends really are her friends, they'll respect her marriage, players. That's how I always feel. If her friends really are her friends, they will respect her marriage, as well as my homies, as well as your homies also, players. If your homies are really your homies, they'll respect your boundaries, players, y'all have set. They'll respect your marriage, your relationship, player, that y'all got going on. They won't interfere with it, player. They'll listen to you, you know what I'm saying? When you talk to them, player, they won't be trying to say, hey, man, leave her. No, hey, man, y'all work it out. If you can work it out, you know what I'm saying? But if they feel like you're getting disrespected or something like that, hey, man, it might be time to cut that loose or whatever like that. Well, I'll say it like this. I say this in another video, my young, immature, and naive, but in a married video. What I mean by boundary set, now, if a man is going to set boundaries, he got to abide by those same boundaries also. So, in society, you have rules, regulations, and guidelines, restrictions, and stuff like that also, man. And when you do mess over those or step over those rules, regulations, and guidelines and restrictions, you do get a penalty for it. You know, if you run through a red light, what you get a ticket, right? You see what I'm saying? If you don't know to pay that ticket, you get locked up. You know, child support, whatever, you don't pay that, you get locked up. So, in society and in life, we all have rules, regulations, guidelines, and restrictions that we go by. So, when a man, there was a guy was telling me about this on my video, but he didn't get what I was saying. So, I'm breaking this down really for him. So, when a man sets rules, regulations, and guidelines, because a man, he's about boundaries. Now, a grown male represents anarchy, but a man now, a real man, he represents boundaries. So, when he gets into a marriage, automatically he's going to set rules, regulations, and guidelines and restrictions in his household. And not only is he going to hold her to those high expectations and standards, he is too, players. He's going to stand on those same boundaries also, not just his woman. So, I'll just give you an example. If he's out with the homies, and he want to stay a little while longer, he'll call his wife. Hey, baby, the party just getting started. I'm going to stay out a little while longer. I'll be here later on. I'll call you on my way home. See, he'll do that. Same way as a woman. She do the same thing. But see, when he does that, it lets her know I respect our boundaries and what we have set. And I want you to do the same. See, so you got to set that example. Not just letting her do it and then you don't do it. See, so a man has to set that example. See what I'm saying? So now, when she want to stay a little longer, she'll check in with you. Hey, baby, I'm out now with the homegirls. It won't be 1 or 1:30 when I come in to be a little later. See, you checking in. They're letting you know right there. I respect you. I value what we got, and I respect you. See what I'm saying? And I'm respecting myself. All y'all do is check in. I ain't saying you got to come in just because y'all had that date set, but just checking in with your partner, letting them know, hey, it's going to be a little while longer now. I thought y'all going to be 1:30, but it's going to be a little while longer. Just checking in, man. That's all. So when he respect those boundaries, she will in return respect those same boundaries also. See? Maintain the intimacy, players. This is part 1. We're going to get on part 2, players. Older, mature, wiser, and married.